Facebook. I almost pulled my co-host's job. Listen, everyone. Terry, it breaks my heart to say this, but she hates us and has decided she never wants to be back on the show. No, I'm kidding. So Terry is out sick today, everyone. We hope a speedy recovery for our great friend over there as she recovers from this illness that we call flu and all that stuff. So instead, we're running it back. It's Tuesday on a Thursday. One man wearing a Captain America shirt, a man with a brand new haircut, a man known by 3 letters, a man that we just call Cam. Hi, Cam.
Hi, Cam.
Hey guys, we have a great show lined up for you today. We have a lot of things to discuss, such as the January 6th hearings later tonight, an attempted murder of Justice Brett Kavanaugh, and we even have an interview with the co-founder of Out Montclair and Pride organizer Reubena, Spence. But before all of that, Joe, we need to be filled in on the news right now, and only you can do that at approximately 8:02 a.m.
Only you can
Okay, I will. I'm getting a little bit of a head start on the hearing news.
Oh my lord.
I'm getting in ahead of the game.
Respectfully.
So in national news, the hearings investigating the January 6th attack on the United States Capitol begin today at 8 p.m. The committee investigating the insurrection has interviewed over 1,000 witnesses, including Trump's family and members of law enforcement that were present during the attack. Today's hearing is the first of 6 and will feature 2 live witnesses as well as video dispositions. A full report with recommendations is expected from the committee in September, and we will talk more about that in a little bit.
Oh, look at that professional transition. All right,
That's spicy. That's spicy.
In New Jersey news, a woman and a 17-year-old girl were arrested and charged with endangering the welfare of a child yesterday after leaving 3 young children locked in a car while they went into Walmart. The children were locked inside the car for 45 minutes with the windows up and the car off in 86-degree weather. All 3 were taken to Atlantic City Medical Center and are expected to be fine. Both women were processed and then released pending a court appearance. And finally, in Montclair news, officials have issued a statement calling Ascend's recreational marijuana sales, quote, illegal. Ascend was originally a medical marijuana dispensary, but was granted a conditional license to expand into recreational sales as well. However, according to officials, their license to sell adult use cannabis and their application for a conditional use permit remain outstanding. Despite these both being outstanding, Ascend began selling recreational use cannabis Tuesday morning, but stopped about 1:15 p.m. when they found out that officials may be sent to the facility. Currently here at Montclair State, it is 71 degrees and partly cloudy. Expect a high of 80 and a low of 60 with partly cloudy weather until about 7 p.m.
Whew, thank you very much, Joe. That one story with the kids in the car is insane. How are we still leaving kids in the car with the windows up?
They were young, like I think a 3-year-old, a 1-year-old, and a 5-month-old.
Oh,
First of all, why leaving kids in the car in general? Like,
yeah, just take them into Walmart.
Yeah,
just take them into Walmart.
Yeah, you get a cart, put them in there.
And
exactly.
It's so easy to avoid endangering children and also being arrested.
You'd be surprised, Joe. That lady woke up that day. She was like, I'm getting arrested.
No, and on top of that, it's Walmart. There's been crazier stuff that occurs at Walmarts.
Trust
Firsthand.
me.
Firsthand.
I know that. Yesterday I saw this couple. I thought they were for sure about to like break up on the scene.
That's hilarious.
Hilarious entertainment. But I was like, ma'am, can I just cut your cheese?
But instead, you want to talk about more entertainment? I'll take over the sports cast today.
You're doing sports?
Oh yeah, I'll do sports. The return. So last night we had Game 3 of the NBA Finals. Returns to the Garden in Boston. The Celtics took on the Warriors. Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and Marcus Smart all scored over 20 points, with Jaylen Brown leading the team with 27, 9 boards, and 5 assists. The Warriors had a great performance with the Splash Brothers, both scoring 20 points as well. But the Warriors could be facing bad news as Steph Curry, he was down in pain, looked like an ankle injury after he got sat on by Al Horford. Things happen.
Part of the game.
Not only that, but Draymond Green continues to struggle as he fouled out last night's game. Celtics win this game, and they'll take a 2-1 lead. Boston, we're going to see 2 more away. The Denver Broncos are getting new owners as well. Let's ride. The team will be sold for a reported price tag of $4.5 billion. Yes, billion with a B, to an ownership group that is led by Walmart heir Robert Walton. The Walton Pender family will acquire the NFL franchise. The deal still needs to be approved by the NFL's finance committee and league ownership before it becomes official. Actually, I was looking at side note. This is all teams in Denver are owned by the same 5 teams in Denver. The soccer team and
Really, the same ownership?
the same family,
The Walmart family or the previous one?
the Walmart family.
Really?
Yeah, one family, 5 teams is crazy.
I'm surprised that's allowed.
Huh. That's a monopoly right there.
Interesting. Thank you for that nugget of information.
Speaking of a lot of money, Cooper Kupp and the Rams have agreed to terms on a 3-year, $80 million extension, as first reported by ESPN. I don't know where the Raiders find this money.
I have no clue.
I don't know.
The salary cap is fake.
The salary cap is broken. I don't know where the Raiders found to have this kind of money. Anyway, the lawsuits against Deshaun Watson keep growing by the day as the quarterback's former employer is set to be listed as a defendant. Lawyer Tony Busby, who represents the 24 women suing Deshaun Watson for sexual misconduct, is adding the Houston Texans organizations as well as others as defendants to the suits. Wow. Busby, including the Texans, come out as defendants on the heels of a New York Times report that the Texans provided Watson with the membership to a hotel where some of the non-disclosed to the massages took place. A Texans employee allegedly provided Deshaun Watson with a non-disclosure agreement that Watson literally later used for his appointments, and most women who did not sue Watson or go to the police with their allegations, most women, that. In MLB news, the Minnesota Twins beat down the Yankees, the 8-1. Despite the lackluster performance yesterday, the Yankees had the best record in the MLB with 40 wins and 16 losses. Oh, speaking of New York losses, the Mets got trounced. It was rough, 13-2 against the Padres. Lastly, for you soccer lovers, the Red Bulls are set to play against Charlotte FC this Saturday as they headline MLS action on ABC.
Woo!
Spicy.
Very spicy. Hey, we love to see MLS get some major network coverage. Good for them as we try to grow other sports within this country. I will say, listen, sometimes the Deshaun Watson thing, that is disturbing.
That is very disturbing.
You want to say no, he hasn't been criminally charged, right? It's now just a lawsuit. He's had 2 chances to be criminally charged. He's not. But man, 24 people saying
saying the same thing,
the same thing of discussing things that we can't actually talk about on air.
Exactly.
And then to have the team provide NDAs, and then he had over 66 masseuses. I don't know. Part of me wants to be fair and say innocent until proven guilty, because otherwise we're on like a Salem witch trial kind of thing.
But at the same time, it's like
it does not look good.
Nah.
And then for the Browns to give him that much guaranteed money following, like they knew about this. Isn't new news.
Yeah, this is the reason why I didn't play all last season.
Yeah,
and I'm a huge Deshaun Watson fan, but like
me too. It's going to be hard
to cheer him on.
That's a gross story.
And that's saying if it's true.
If it's true, yeah,
it's gonna be hard to be like, wow, that's
even if it's not like
just the whole idea of you being in that situation just makes it it's gonna be hard to cheer for someone like that.
Yeah, and then regardless, even if there is a settlement between him and the countless of women that have accused him of this stuff, I think it's going to be definitely very similar to the Big Ben treatment, where it's always like, all right, well, he's a good quarterback, but are we just going to forget about what happened? So I don't know. I think every now and then it's just going to always be in the back of your mind, discussing Deshaun Watson. But yeah, if you have time, I not recommend, if you feel like it, definitely catch up on this story, because that is, regardless if you're into sports or not, that's definitely something to be covering.
Definitely follow that one.
But more importantly, we have to talk about things going on within our government. This is another huge story that is almost just as unbelievable as that one. As tonight will be the beginning of the January 6th hearings. The primetime hearing will open up with eyewitness testimony from the first police officer who was trampled in the chaotic riot. And not only that, but we'll hear from a documentary filmmaker who recorded the melee, as well as the committee accounts from Trump's aides and family members. There is also a brand new, never before seen video to go along with that. There is new revealing audio that many believe to be a quote mountain of evidence. With all of that, there is also 14,000 hours of security footage of that event. The evidence will point to a clear, deadly violence enacted on that day and continue to show signs that the defeated President Donald Trump tried to overturn Joe Biden's presidential election victory. The panel has been working on this investigation for over a year. In that year, they have also held 1,000 interviews. A final report aims to provide an accounting of the most violent attack on the Capitol since the British set fire to it in 1814, and to ensure an attack never happens again. Should be noted, emotions are still pretty raw at the Capitol, and security will be tight for these hearings, as law enforcement officials are reporting a spike in violent threats against members of Congress, which is something we will get to likely after our interview today. That is another disturbing thing coming out of the Capitol region. But this is definitely something like everyone needs to be following, I think, tonight, because this is the terrible thing that happened. I don't know if you guys are familiar with what happened on January 6th, but that was not ideal.
Nah, see, I was at work when I saw the highlights of it.
Mhm.
Well, the lowlights. Can't say highlights of it, but just watching it live was just so disturbing. It's like, wow.
Yeah, it was almost unbelievable. You're like, is this happening here? Because it was just seemed so far-fetched, so bizarre. None of it made sense. And then you blink a couple times, you flick yourself, and it's actually going down.
You throw water in your face.
Yeah, and then you think to yourself, well, hopefully no one dies. And hopefully the violence doesn't get too far to the point where they could be assassinating people, they could be just violently hitting people. This whole thing was just that time to be alive is definitely interesting.
Yeah, yeah. So you were saying something before?
I'm mostly glad that that nobody did die.
Oh yeah.
Or actually, I think it was, or nobody, I think, got killed. I think, wasn't there?
I'll fact that check for you.
Yeah, please fact check.
Yeah.
Hello. I'm sorry. I'm tripping over my words today. The point being, I'm glad that it wasn't worse, because I've seen some of those pictures and some of that video, and I think that could have escalated even further, and I think it could have been a lot worse than it was. Obviously still horrible and should never have happened, but that's
it always can be, and it could have been much worse than it actually was. And I agree with that, because just seeing just the image, it looks like an action movie.
Yeah,
like that's probably the best way to describe it. Seeing the images and the okay, Annabelle Poland just said people did die.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
According to factcheck.org, no one died on the scene, but they died after.
Yeah,
injuries.
I think when I was thinking nobody died, I was thinking nobody got like
nobody. There's no found
got like shot or stabbed.
Yeah,
but people. I think. Oh, I should stop saying things.
Yeah.
I should stop saying things when I don't know they're true.
People were definitely struck by things as well, and then that probably led to a lot of other medical problems that would lead to their death.
Yeah.
But, it was definitely a scary scene going on with all that unnecessary violence, and I'm very interested to see what this new unseen footage is going to be like.
Honestly,
because I feel like we already have incredible.
We've seen a lot
of terrible things, like them breaking down the window, them storming into the riot or into the building. So I'm very curious to see where that goes, as well as what the end result will be from this hearing. Because a lot of times when you hear or when you cover these stories, sometimes you feel that the conclusion isn't what you really want to happen.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited to see where this goes and how people are going to be charged later on in the future.
Oh,
yeah. But guys, as much as we want to continue to coverage this event going on, it is gonna go down tonight. Primetime television, everybody.
Primetime
on ABC.
Who don't love primetime?
I love primetime, but you know what also I love? I love to interview people, and we have a very special guest here today. She is the co-founder of Out Montclair and Pride organizer Reubena Spence. Welcome to the Morning Buzz.
Hey, thank you.
Woo! Hey, it's great to have you. How you doing before we get started on the real questions?
Oh, pretty good. I a little tired from all the activities related to Out Montclair and Pride this week. So
I totally understand that. So let's get started so you could catch up on some sleep hopefully soon later today. First off, what exactly is Out Montclair?
Out Montclair is an organization formed in Montclair to welcome the LGBTQ plus community. It's all inclusive. We include all level, say, groups such as adults, families, older, 50, we have a 50+ group for out Montclair. And we have the teen group. So we try to make sure that everyone is included. And if they're not, we have allies that are included in all the activities and talks and educational points that we do through our organization.
So you're the co-founder of Out Montclair. How did it all get started?
I'm one of the co-founders. Actually, my wife had approached Peter Jacobellis, who at the time wasn't a council person, but was running as a council person. And we found out he was part of our community, LGBTQ community, which was great because we had lived in this area for approximately 12 years, and we did not have an organization in Montclair that was welcoming to our community, but we knew there was a lot of people there. We couldn't find them. But we knew that if we organized a group and founded a group, that people would come. Let's say, put it that way. They would see that we were there and they would come. And they did come over the past year that we've been established.
That's amazing. Now, June 11th is a huge day for you guys as you celebrate Montclair Pride from 12 to 6 p.m. What can we expect to see from that event?
Well, we have a lot of things going on. We have music, we have culture, art, comedy, dance. We have guest speakers that we haven't named all of them. Our theme is be you and be heard. And that goes for everyone. It's so inclusive, that statement that was formulated, and it just includes everyone to express themselves, whether it's through their art, through their voices, through their voting. And we know we have a lot of things coming up that we have to make sure we're out there to vote for our rights and keep the rights that we have.
So I've heard that this event has been in the works for over a year. What was that whole experience like?
We have a pride director who is phenomenal, who has gathered people and talent to put this all together. As far as involving the community, it's been actually a great experience because everyone seems to want to be involved. Our businesses, we have over 150 organizations from the institutions, businesses, vendors that's going to be present that day. And I believe we have a number of between 10 and 15,000 people that are expected to come into town, downtown Montclair, on Saturday. And it has been exhilarating. I couldn't ask, and I know we as a group couldn't ask for more support than we've gotten from the Montclair community, supporting all our events throughout the year leading up to this big day on Saturday.
That's awesome. I'm excited to see the photos and videos from this event because it looks like it's definitely going to be a fun ride for everyone. Now, in what ways does Out Montclair support the LGBTQIA+ community of Montclair?
Well, that's through our organization. We, number one, we communicate, number one, with all the ages and groups. As I said before, we have the teen group, we have the 50+ group, and in between that, we have the group that's in between, like the 20s and 30s, that can go in and be part of that. We also have a more recently, but it was always in the work, family group, and they had a picnic this past Saturday in one of our parks that was fantastic. We did not know what to expect for that because they had a rain date and they had to reschedule, but the group, the families, fathers, the dads, the mothers, the children were having a great time on the playground in the park, and they were meeting people they never knew that lived in Montclair. People just need a place to be able to gather, and when you have an organization that can do that and bring people together and they can meet new people who have similar interests and issues that they can communicate, it's just a wonderful just a wonderful thing.
What advice can you give to people in the LGBTQIA community who are struggling to find community and acceptance within their own environments?
Well, being one of those people myself growing up, you look for organizations, or you look for what you can be involved with. My advice is we are here, we're open, you can talk, anyone can talk. Like I said, we have the youth, and that's really important, the youth, to let them know they have a safe space. And we're here for them, and we're here for the whole community. And we welcome allies, and we have many allies. It's a wonderful community of people coming together. And the advice is just to come and say hi to us and just become part of the family.
That's so cool. So I'm curious to know, how has support changed for Out Montclair since its inception?
Well, first of all, people didn't know about us. We had to get the word out. But once we got the word out, it's been a very exciting. It feels good. It feels positive. I didn't know what to expect when it all came together. It's beyond my expectations. People are supportive. They have, from the exception, as soon as they found out about it, they were excited. They were happy that it was established, that they had Out Montclair now to say, hey, we have a group that's really dealing with the LGBTQ plus community, and this sounds good. So as time went along, we had many different events, from drag queen bingo, movies, educational forums online, and the support has been beyond expectations. And we've sold out so many different shows. It just shows that the community is really into it and ready to be a part of it.
That's wonderful. What were some of the ways that you were able to spread the word about Out Montclair?
We have people who are experts in social media. And as a team, with that team and people, actually like my wife, she really loves social media, so she's always posting. And it's all about posting social media and talking to people. You go to different events. We also support many organizations that have events. We go to their events, they come to our events. And the word just spreads, and the visibility, for instance, giving out information, putting our table at their events, and vice versa. Getting the word out has been sometimes challenging, but sometimes it has taken on a life of its own and has just kept rolling.
Absolutely. And before we let you go, Reubena, where can people find more information about Out Montclair and your guys' event going on June 11th?
Everything you need to know is all at outmontclair.org. All the events, what's coming up, what's sold out, what's still available. We have a big concert on Saturday to Saturday, June 11th, after the Pride Festival with Betty Who. And there's going to be a lot of different parties going on around that date, before, during, after. It's going to be a fun time.
Awesome. Well, we wish you guys a great time, June 11th, and a great journey for the rest of time. You know, we send good weather your way, because today, not the greatest day. Maybe June 11th will be nice, sunny day, not too hot, not too cold, you know, just right, Reubena.
That's exactly what we're hoping for, but we're going on, rain or shine, we will be there. And we're expecting people to even come out with their ponchos and just be part of all the fun and excitement. It's going to be really a great day.
Absolutely. And thank you so much for coming on the show, and good luck.
Thank you so much. You have a great day also.
Thank you. All right, people still listening to us on this beautiful Thursday morning. We have to head to a break, but don't forget, you can check out an interview on the Refresh today with Peter Yacobelis. It's going to be an exciting one at 3 p.m. But now we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we got some more stories, and we promise to talk about the disturbing attempted murder of a U.S. official. All that here on the Morning Buzz.
Text and whatever, just don't
Hey guys, can you hear me?
I don't like hearing sound.
I know. Every time I hear Sal's voice, I just always think to myself, how is it that deep of a voice?
Like
What
Sal-
kind of genetics was going on? I'm curious to see what his parents sound like. Like, does
I
his
bet his
dad
dad-
have like the
his-
deepest voice ever?
Nah, his dad his nah,
Nah?
his
Maybe
dad. It's not
maybe-
that deep. Like
That's crazy. You know what'd be
Maybe
funny though? If he
successors.
had like a situation like me and I'm wondering how deep his dad's voice is. He's like, "Yeah, I don't know. either."
stop it.
Yeah,
Stop it.
Yeah. My bad. Hey, I'm sure you have a
Ridiculous.
great relationship with your father. Hey guys, unlike myself. So
Ooh, shout out. Actually can't say that out there.
hey,
Can't say that out there.
shout out to my pops.
Shout out to fathers. Oh wait.
Yeah.
Just another Sunday.
Just yeah. I'm gonna let it all be unleashed on that day.
Let me stop.
Listen, Cam, I'm gonna let you have this story. You
Yo,
want to
because
talk
this
about
is
it.
crazy.
This is actually insane. So please.
Okay. So boom, right? This like I can't fathom how this story is so like when I was reading it through, it was nuts. But here it is: a man was carrying a gun, a knife, and zip ties. Who was arrested on Wednesday near Justice Brett Kavanaugh's house in Maryland after threatening to kill the justice. 26-year-old Nicholas John Ross from Simi Valley, California, was charged with attempted murder of the Supreme Court justice. During a court hearing, he consented to remain in federal custody for now. Ross was dressed in black when he arrived by taxi just after 1 a.m. outside Kavanaugh's home in a Washington suburb. He had a Glock 17 pistol, ammunition, a knife, zip ties, pepper spray, duct tape, and other items that he told police he would use to break into Kavanaugh's house and kill him. Ross said he purchased the gun to kill Kavanaugh and that he would also kill himself. Ross also told police he was upset by a leaked draft opposition that suggests the Supreme Court justice is about to overrule Roe v. Wade. He also was upset over the school massacre in Uvalde, Texas, and believed that Kavanaugh would vote to loosen gun control laws. When he got out the taxi, Ross was surrounded by 2 U.S. Marshals who are part of the round-the-clock security provided to the justices following a leak of the draft opinion last month. But Ross was only apprehended after he called 911 in Montgomery County, Maryland. He said he was having suicidal thoughts and planned to kill Kavanaugh, having found the justice's address online. Ross was still on the phone when the Montgomery County police arrived on the scene. Andrew Zekley, a public defender who's representing Ross, declined a comment on the case following his court hearing. Ross said his next court hearing will tentatively is set for June 22nd. The attempted murder charges carry a maximum of 20 years in prison. Earlier Wednesday, Attorney General Merrick Garland told reporters, quote, this is the kind of behavior obvious that we will not tolerate it. Threats of violence and actual violence against justices, of course, strike at the heart of our democracy, and we will do everything we can to prevent them and hold people who do them accountable.
This is
That's
disturbing.
nuts.
That is insane. And thankfully, he turned himself in.
Yeah,
He
like-
called the police. What would happen if he didn't have that mindset? You know, that could have ended so much worse than what I actually happened.
1,000%.
Because he
Like-
had like the materials he brought:
Oh yeah, no.
a gun, a knife.
I was
ammo,
saying,
zip ties.
I'm thinking this. Obviously, we live in a country that we all don't agree on everything.
Mm.
Obviously,
Really?
but here's the thing: you don't have just because you don't agree with something doesn't mean you have to go out and, do this.
Murder is never really
Like,
a solution.
Violence is not the
Yeah.
answer at all. I don't care what anyone says about violence does not solve all the world's problems. You know what solves the world's problems? High fives. High fives solve the world's problems.
That is I gotta be honest. When you read this story and when we started talking about it, I was not expecting one single reference to a high five. But thank you, Cam, for solving the world peace.
World peace.
Through high five.
Just give each other high fives.
Yeah.
If everyone just stopped. No need to give hugs because not everyone, COVID exists. We can't try to get respectful. A simple high five, respectfully.
Yeah.
Just like that. A simple high
that.
five.
Hold on. Let's high five really quickly. We just solved racism as well.
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did. No more violence, racism, all done because of a high five.
Great job, guys.
Oh, hey, we did it! Woo!
Victories.
Everything is solved, everyone. Look at that. World peace. We even solved the food crisis going on. Listen, this story continues to obviously be something. Do you think this is gonna be a common occurrence now? Because this has been a weird time the past few months where just unnecessary violence, whether it's in schools, churches, grocery stores,
shopping mart.
and now we're going to people's homes. I mean, is this just gonna be a common recurrence until actual change is sparked, you think?
I hope not, but I can see why you can say that because you look at all these different things. Now it's unfortunate to say that we're not it's not the right word to say that we're numb to it because we need to find some sort of change.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that until people realize, okay, this is a threat on a Supreme Justice's life, a threat on that. And the ironic part is he believed that the reason why Ross went to go even attempt to assassinate Kavanaugh is because he was going to vote. He believed that he was going to loosen gun control.
Mm-hmm.
Just ironically, to be killed by a weapon after you say that you're for having guns. That the irony right there is like, wow.
Yeah.
So if thank God it didn't go through, but had that gone through, I think a lot of decisions would have been made that quickly, that drastically.
The interesting thing to me as well about this is that when you hear what all the stuff that he brought, at least to me, it seems like he didn't just have murder on the mind. It almost seemed like he was gonna torture him. Because to bring duct
Pepper
tape
spray.
and zip ties,
Pepper spray.
I don't know, I assume that he had bigger plans, and I don't know, just from recent history, you assume what if he was planning on live streaming this or something?
Yeah, sure.
And then ending himself at the same time when the live stream is done. I don't know. This whole thing, I hope this is not a common occurrence. Very quickly before we take a break, Joe, what do you think about this?
Don't get me okay. I don't agree with Kavanaugh's position on most things.
Oh, absolutely.
But
Understandable.
but I don't think he should be killed for it.
Mm-hmm.
I think there are other ways to do, like a high five. You don't gotta kill him for it. Just
sit down over a cup of tea
and
sit down over a cup of tea and give each other high fives. Like that's
do the high fives.
What?
But I don't
just
death is very, very extreme for me, and that's just not the correct option, I think, in any case.
Never at all. On that note, guys, I think we need to play a little song. Take a little breather from all this craziness. And remember that, another day alive is another day alive, everyone. I don't know how else to transition from this story. Don't attempt to kill people, I guess. This is my advice for the day.
Just agree to disagree. People have opinions. It's okay to have.
Oh, wait.
It's okay.
High five, everyone.
Yeah, give a high five.
Yeah.
High five solve everything.
Yep. If you get fired from your job, just high five them. They'll hire you right back. That's how it works. Anyways, guys, we'll be back here on the morning.
Cannot confirm the last thing, though. Cannot confirm the last thing.
We're going to break or a song. Bye. Please just play. Are we playing? Okay.
Are we live?
yo, Facebook. I'm sorry about that. See, Cam, you rubbed on me in the wrong way. Ooh, pause.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the real GTA, man, a suspected avocado. Suspected avocado thief was charged with grand theft avocado. Not really, actually, but among with other charges, after he was caught up with a stolen avocado from a ranch in California. It happened near a ranch nearby, and according to Santa Barbara County Sheriff's Officer, found the suspect 44-year-old Tim Rounds was wearing a headlamp on his forehead and holding a bucket of avocados. During a search of the car, deputies discovered the trunk was full of avocados. The ranch's owner was contacted and informed authorities Rounds didn't have permission to harvest their avocados. Additionally, authorities recovered, that's right, meth and a bag of more meth. Rounds was arrested for grand theft fruit. That's a felony? Possession of controlled substance, possession of drug paraphernalia. Grand theft fruit? He was booked at a main jail and released without bail. The stolen avocados have also been returned to the ranch owner. What?
Grand theft fruit is insane. That cannot be a thing.
I gotta double
Fact check that right now.
Grand theft fruit.
Grand theft.
That can't be real. Joe, why, Joe? Did you have to be smart?
Grand theft pomegranate is crazy.
Boo, Joe. Boo.
I would like to say, if I was arrested for a felony, which I don't think will ever happen, I have no intention of doing any felonies.
Better not.
I think it would be funny to be arrested for grand theft of fruit.
That's
would be hilarious.
Can we have a moment of honesty though? Let's be honest here. You guys have been to self checkouts before?
Yeah.
Have you ever scanned something and it wasn't that something? Like you said,
Oh,
you thought it was something else.
A bag like a pack of gum that's like $1.
Yeah.
You scan that instead of, but you got a thing of Pringles.
Mm-hmm.
Plead the fifth.
Plead the fifth. Joe, you're on trial right now.
I'm gonna go with no.
No? Okay, interesting. Cam, you're on trial. You took an oath. Let's have a moment of honesty. Shall we be on? If I count to 3, we can both be honest here.
Okay.
All right.
All
And
right.
we'll both admit live on air.
Okay.
I promise pinkies up.
Pinkies up.
3, 2, 1. Yes.
Okay.
Hey. No, okay, here's the thing. It was a while ago. And it was like this baking ingredient. And I had already done like a lot of grocery shopping. And I was like, I don't know if financially this is possible, but I needed it. So I took a risk. And you know what? That company makes billions of dollars, so I didn't feel bad. I would never do it to like a mom and pop store, like a farmer's market. Draw the line at there. Walmart though?
Oh, Walmart got it.
You
Good.
know,
Yeah.
I mean, they got the money.
Like-
It's not gonna financially affect Walmart
Exactly.
at all.
So
I got gas to pay.
exactly. So what I did was I got this bag of like this big old bag of gummy bears, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, word. But I said, yeah, that's too much. So I got the Walmart store brand gummy bears. Scan that.
Did you leave it there?
Yo,
No.
all I'm gonna say is,
You was hooked up with gummy bears.
yo,
huh?
Walmart looked out for the gummy bears, so shout out Walmart.
Hey, shout out to the gummy bear community as well as Walmart for providing us.
No, but here's the thing.
Uh,
Here's the thing. Dude walked in like this. Fucking avocados. Just walked in like this. Like,
Yeah. Yo, you know what I will say though? Like I feel like if it's food or something like that, that's cool. But like if you steal on like giant TVs, man,
bro, what?
we have limits too, man. All right, you don't need to steal a giant TV.
He said, yeah, I'm trying to scan this TV. I'm trying, yeah, you know, it costs $2.
No, I've literally seen it though. Someone like had a like Vizio 42-inch TV, didn't even scan it, just like started leaving, and the guy's like, "You got to pay for that," and he's like, then he just left. Like he just tried to walk by the guy with like just not even really paying, and then he's just like, "Well, I didn't think you'd actually question me, so I'm just gonna go." I was like, "That is very awkward."
That's hilarious.
Did he leave with the TV?
No, he just left. He gave up. He was
Okay.
like, "Well,
he put it down.
they can't arrest me if I don't leave with it."
No, he's not wrong.
Yeah, I mean, he tried. He definitely tried. I commend him, I guess. Shout out. Yo, but avocados, who steals avocados?
This guy.
That's weird.
People who love avocados. I
Yo,
guess.
I mean,
Not
I like
me.
them. I love avocados.
Avocados are good, but like,
Yeah.
as a steal, listen. I love blueberries. Nobody loves blueberries more than I do. I love me some blueberries.
Really?
But the same token, it's like I'm gonna go out the way and steal them.
You're not stealing blueberries, man?
No,
Nah, but you'll steal gummy bears?
that's different.
Nah, you're definitely right. That's such a bizarre thing to be, especially from a farm too.
Yeah, like
And hold on, I'm gonna bring up the picture because it's quite an amount of avocados as well.
there's a
Like,
picture of this.
yeah,
Oh, Lord.
it's
Oh,
a
Lord.
trunk full of avocado.
Oh, I'm so excited for
Here
a
we
shower
go,
full of avocados.
Radio listeners, just imagine a nice white trunk filled with avocados.
Yeah,
Like
So-
I mean filled, like that is
Yeah.
yeah.
ah
That's glorious.
really?
It looks glorious.
Black. Soap glory, we got beef with you. But look at the amount. That's almost like half
That's-
the entire trunk of a Toyota Corolla.
A Toyota. Okay,
There's
just
a lot of
yeah. Think about that for a second. A Toyota Corolla has
Great
half-
trunk space.
I'm just, listen, if I could fill up, imagine the amount of avocados you could fit inside that trunk altogether.
Yeah.
But half the trunk is full of avocados. Half the trunk height.
Yeah. And that's a lot, man. Like, what was he gonna do? I'm imagining he planned on selling them.
Yo, either sell them or make the meanest thing of guac.
bro, that's at least 10 tons of guac right there.
He's trying to make like the largest piece of avocado toast.
Oh my god.
Wow.
What bread though?
Rye.
Next he'll be
Ugh.
caught stealing like bags and bags of
Right.
flour.
Here's
ton of
my thing
yeast.
though. If it's gonna be avocado toast, I imagine it's gotta be a nice sourdough.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Not
definitely.
me, that's safe.
Rye, I don't know.
Nah, bro.
Rye.
I'm all of that wheat, the whole wheat.
Whole wheat's cool. Yeah, I rock
Whole
with whole wheat.
whole wheat's good,
Multi-grain.
Multi-grain.
Yeah.
Spicy. You know that?
Mm-hmm.
Sourdough hits.
Man,
Sourdough is really good though, with like a nice fried egg and avocado. I rock with it.
Mm.
This guy's onto something. Maybe he's starting
Yo.
up like a food business.
listen, you might tell somebody one day,
Hmm.
mainly his mother. Mama, we rich.
Yeah, we got money.
So yeah.
Take it away, Cam.
A California woman brought home some furniture she got for free on Craigslist. Yikes. And made a surprising discovery in the couch cushion. No, not
Ooh.
not the stuff that you usually find on Craigslist.
What is on that couch?
More than $36,000 in cash. Vicky Omdo says she spotted the two couches and a matching chair being given away for free on Craigslist and thought they'll be perfect for her new home in California.
Knows how to party. And we just got copyrighted.
Yep, there it is. Yikes. Umdo said she called the person who made the listing and found the furniture had belonged to the recently deceased relative in the family who's trying to get rid of everything on the property. Quote, I just moved in and I don't have anything in my house. I was so excited, so we picked it up and brought it in. Umdo said she soon discovered that there was something unusual about the one sofa cushion, so she unzipped it and reached inside. She started to feel some paper, and all of a sudden, she saw a bunch of envelopes. The cushion contained multiple envelopes that turned out to contain more than $36,000 cash. I was just telling my son, come. I was screaming, this is money. I need to call the guy. Umdo recalled. Umdo spoke to the person who made on Craigslist post and said that their family had discovered the envelopes of cash in the home. The family gave Umdo $2,200 for returning the envelopes of cash. She says she plans on spending the money for a new refrigerator. Quote, I was not expecting a dime from him. I was not, she said.
Wow.
All I'm gonna say is this.
Whoa.
That's tax money right there. $36,000, that's tax money she could have used. But she did the right thing. She did the right thing.
Hear me out for a second though.
Hearing you out.
Like, say I'm in this scenario, right? I would really have to think about this because 36K, that's like all my student loan debt right there.
That's true.
You feel me? And it seems like they already have cash scattered around the house. So who knows how much money is just. Also, that's also weird. Why is there just random envelopes of cash throughout the house like that? That's bizarre. But it seems like they already got some cash. I'm just saying, I'd really have to think about it. I'd probably call my mom and be like, Mom, I need some help on this decision. And then she would probably say, Isaiah, that's not your money. You didn't earn it, so give it back. And then I would give it back. But I would definitely think about life think about all the problems that money could solve me very quickly.
$36,000, it really would pay for us.
It would. Like, I'd be done. I'd be debt free. And then I'd probably be able to buy something else, like new tires for my car, because I be slipping these days on the road when it's
Oh,
raining.
same here.
Yeah, I haven't. When I bought my car, still have not changed those tires.
What?
Yeah,
How long have you had that car?
it's been 2-3 years.
What?
Change
Maybe
the
4?
tires, please.
Yeah, it's also a 2005 Honda Civic, and I don't
Definitely
know.
change the tires.
I don't know.
Please,
I don't know
for
those
our
tires.
sanity, at least.
Hey man, living on the edge. At least I change my oil on a consistent basis and all those other maintenance things.
Yeah, I just.
It's just tires be expensive,
That's
man.
very true.
And every time like I think, all right, this week I'm gonna buy the tires, something always comes up.
Bills.
Yeah, we love bills.
No, we don't.
Nah, we don't, man. And that's why maybe I should start picking up couches off of Craigslist, making sure to bleach them, because once again, we do not know what is on that couch. All right, could be a whole murder scene there. Take that as you will. But listen, what would you guys do? Cam, you said you would probably return it. I'm guessing.
I would return it, but now since you brought that scenario up,
You see now you would definitely think about it.
You
Right?
gotta think about it because like you get out of the situation, and it's not
Mhm.
like they knew about it in the first place.
Exactly. Like they have zero clue there was
There's
money in
no,
the
no
couch.
recollection at all.
And I like listen, it was nice of them to also give the 2,200, and like they didn't have to at all. I don't know. It's definitely like in my opinion, if you don't give the money back, I don't think that makes you a bad person.
But you'll
But
think about it.
you'll definitely think
you'll
about
it for a while.
Yeah, and then eventually you'll probably forget it because life goes on. Joe, what would you do? Would you give the money back?
Yeah, I think I would because
Very good person.
first of all, I
Yeah.
think it's just like the right thing to do, and
Sadly.
second of all, I would I would not be able to live with myself for like years after. Every time I do like anything, I'd be like, I should have given the money back. And then-
There's
Blood money.
listen. There's a movie quote I like to live by. Brothers die every day. B.
What movie?
Forget the movie.
Oh, come
I forget
on.
the
You
movie.
can't quote something like that.
but that you don't even
I forget.
What?
I gotta find the movie now.
Yo, that's
I
crazy.
think it's paid in full.
I'm gonna say we drive cars and we love family. That's gotta be a Fast and Furious quote.
that sounds like a Fast and Furious quote. I've never seen a Fast and Furious movie,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
actually.
paid in full.
Paid in full.
Yep.
Who's in that movie?
Who's in paid in full?
Ah, come on, Mr. Google.
Yo, Google is not helpful.
The Morning Buzz presented by cannot say that either.
Presented by my right hand.
Yeah. Ugh. Hey guys, we gonna talk about this story. It's a wild show. This is a funny story that I thought. It is sports related, but you don't have to be a sports fan. After 4 clubs were banned for life from the 4th tier of South African football after fixing games in a bid to win league, authorities have lined up a series of workshops to educate coaches, officials, and referees.
What?
Yeah. For table rivals, Matasi FC and Shilvani Dangerous Tigers battled for the title last month, so some extraordinary score lines emerge. I kept wanting to say storylines. So get this. The Tigers beat Kotoko Happy Boys. What a fun name. 33-1.
What?
Only for the Mitasi to improve to this with an eye-popping, get this, 59-1
What?
victory over 3rd place in the Sami Mighty Birds. Officials from the clubs have received suspension of between 5 and 8 seasons for their roles in fixing games on the 22nd of May, while the respective match officials have been given 10 season bans.
What?
Quote, these people don't have respect for football and we cannot allow it to happen again. And that comes from the president of the Monopoly region, Vincent Rampago. And he also adds, what is sad is that the young players involved, because the competition rules stipulate that each team has to field at least 5 players under 21. What? This is wild.
What?
Like, listen, we always hear conspiracy theories like this game is rigged, and it's just because your team is losing. Let's be honest.
Hold on,
you
mic
know?
down. Hold on, mic down for a second.
Okay, hold on. Your mic one. Go for it. Scream.
What?
Wow. I had that on a -70, and you still peaked. How is that possible?
I don't know. That's just.
Huh. Good for you.
But what? That's
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah.
You never cheat the game itself. You can never cheat the game. If you cheat the game is gonna bite you back in the foot.
Yeah, and right in the foot. You know what would have happened if they played the game right? They could have ended this game with a nice high five. Instead,
Exactly.
they got suspended multiple
See,
seasons.
high five solve the world. If you actually just give a try, give a high five, imagine the amount of things in life you will solve.
I hope one day, Cam, you're able to give a TED talk, and that is the topic. Just like, listen,
A
everyone.
high five.
High fives. And for 20 minutes, you rant about high fives. And everyone's like, this guy's great. He's a genius.
Then I run for president. High fives for America.
No political correlation to anyone. You're just like, listen, y'all. I don't know much about finance. I don't know much about world politics. What I do know is this: a high five a day keeps the doctor away, and that's your tagline. Then you win. You beat The Rock out and Donald Trump's son, I would imagine, because that seems to be the world.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the Rock and Donald Trump. So that's gonna be a
Likely scenario at this point.
We've seen
But this
crazy things.
storyline,
That's not like scenario. Yeah, I don't know if you remember Tim Donaghy.
nah.
So if you got for
That was the ref, right?
Yeah, the ref.
Okay, yeah.
So he used to fix games to pay off his debts to the mob.
Mm-hmm.
This is similar like this. This is a modern day.
Yeah.
This is the 2020s version of Tim Donaghy.
This is great. Like
Like
here's-
this is absurd.
my thing is this though. It's like everyone was. I'm gonna sound like I'm 80 years old saying this. Was in cahoots with each other on this scenario because
They all that's it. Like 90 minutes is a soccer games are 90 minutes, 45-minute halves. To score 59 points in a game itself.
you want to know what's even funnier though? Like you're probably asking, how did they score 33? They were scoring own goals.
Oh, I know. Hit you with the
Yeah,
hey,
he's like, oh, I
hey,
slipped. Like
hey.
I imagine at some point, like I feel in some games you could get by faking it, you know?
Yeah.
But once you get to 33
No.
or 59,
Once you get to
the
more than
writing's
10,
on the wall. Exactly.
in 10, it's like, oh,
Like at least make it believable.
word. Or listen, if you're gonna get there, have the other team. You're gonna make it a high scoring game. If you want to score 59 goals, the other team has to score at least 56.
Ugh.
At least 56.
What is happening, man? South Africa, get it together.
Yo, y'all are wild. Listen, I be wilding. Y'all be wilding. But you know what's be wilding?
Hmm.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah,
Dunkin' Donuts be wild. Actually,
they do be
Dunkin' Donuts and noodles.
audible. Hey, man, I'll let you take it. This is your last Thursday.
All right, so
pub.
boom. Let's talk about noodles first.
Nudes.
The noodles. Yeah, the noodles. Yeah? All right, ready.
Okay.
Copy.
That's what they're called.
A judge in Indiana said a man divorced his wife for cooking him instant noodles every day. ML Ragnar, a principal district and sessions court judge, recounted the case on May 27th at a press conference as the court in Masuros, a city in the southwestern region of India, the New Indian Express reported. The man said his wife would buy packets of Maggi noodles, a brand of instant noodles, and serve them for him for breakfast, lunch, and dinner throughout their marriage. Ragnar said at a press conference, according to the news outlet, yeah,
That's it, man.
petitions filed directly from one of them. Yeah, copy. Word. So the whole that's the right thing.
Listen, there's a lot more details that relate to like statistics coming out of India when it relates to divorce and all that stuff. That is not the important part. So my bad for taking that out of the script. There's a lot of big time words there, man. And we have a short amount of time left on
Bro
the show.
just divorcing his wife for making him instant noodles. That is
Absolutely.
what?
Yeah. I mean, is that fair though?
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I'm gonna say that's fair.
That's like so extreme, man.
so
to do
much
that
sodium.
breakfast, lunch, and
That's-
dinner. What?
Oh
Cam, what
my
is
Lord.
is Joe wrong?
Yo, they're not wrong, but here's the
Yeah,
thing. Here's the
They're not
thing.
wrong at all.
If you have an issue with the food, make some yourself.
Yeah, that is the one.
That's
take.
right.
That is the one take.
We
What?
forgot about that argument right there.
What? Oh,
Yo,
I
that's
don't
wild.
like your cooking for me. Okay, then make your own meals. Like, what's up?
that. I feel like that probably could have solved a pretty easy problem, right?
They did
there.
not high five.
They
They did not.
They didn't high five once in their marriage.
They just looked at each other and said, ugh.
Not even at their wedding. They kissed at their wedding, but they didn't even listen when the priest was like, "And you may now high five the bride," which is, we all know is a common wedding
Right.
procedure.
Here are the noodles, by the way. Very instant. They look pretty good. They look like normal ramen type
Yeah.
of noodles.
I would destroy those.
3 times a day, though. Once again, obviously you would cook for yourself.
Oh, of
but
course. But like,
I'm
I
a
would destroy them things.
No, there's no way because I feel at some point, maybe
Oh, no.
day 2 or 3, you'd be like, okay,
Yeah, because
I can't do this anymore.
Like
Can't
Joe
we-
said, the amount of sodium is crazy.
Exactly. Even after probably one day, imagine how your skin feels. Just the amount of dehydration you're probably feeling.
Yo,
at
you
some
gotta.
point, too.
So I like to drink a gallon a day. I want to up my ante to like
Yeah.
3.
Yeah, I mean, I just can't imagine what he was feeling like in his stomach. Once
Oh,
again, the option was there not to eat it and make your own
Hey,
food.
cook your own food, bro.
I'm assuming, I guess he probably doesn't know how to cook, which is why he was, I guess, was so reliant on his wife. Regardless, ew, and ew. Also, this is 90.3 WMC Upper Montclair. This is the Morning Buzz. Any final thoughts on ramen noodle prices?
They went up.
I'm assuming.
Oh, yeah, inflation. is
Yo,
good.
you know what's crazy? I saw at Target the other day a $10 pack of ramen noodles.
What?
And I was, because of the packaging looked pretty cool. I was like, oh, it looks pretty good. Then I saw the price. Like, nope, I'm a pass because that's
Yo.
insane. You can't charge. And there's only 6 packs, I think.
What?
Yeah.
Them things better feed me for a week.
Mhm.
A pack better feed me. Better be dead for an entire week. Like I don't.
That better be able to last 3 meals, 1 pack.
That
You
better.
feel me?
Yo, respectfully.
That's insane. But that's my random rant. Finally, I give it to you guys. Any last thoughts, advice?
Here's my advice.
Oh Lord.
High five.
Hmm.
High five save lives.
That's true. Joe,
Eat soup. It's delicious.
is that your second soup reference of the day?
Yes.
Joe, you
All right,
do you like soup?
I really like soup.
I'm ending up on a hot take. Cereal is soup.
Okay.
No, I've heard
Hold
that one
on.
before.
That's
Um,
what?
Cereal is soup.
Nah, cereal is just cereal.
Cereal is soup.
Nah, bro.
I agree logistically, but I disagree morally.
No, okay. So do you call a hot dog a sandwich then?
Yes.
No, you don't. You just call it a hot dog. They'll lie to the people. Hey, we promote honesty here. We had a listen.
Taco's a sandwich.
Cam. We had a moment of honesty earlier in the show.
You're right. You're right.
We have to be honest.
You're
here.
correct.
Is a taco a sandwich?
No, taco is a hot dog.
All right, bro. We're done. We're done here. Guys, we'll be back next week. Tomorrow's a recap show of all our best moments. So stay tuned for that. Terry, we hope you feel better.
Feel
We can't
better,
wait to have you
Terry.
on next week.
High five.
Cam, we'll see you Tuesday.
Respectfully.
And yeah, live life, guys. High five. Goodbye.
You're listening to 90.3 FM, WMSC,